Hello students, today we are going to take up very important topic for class 9th or 10th class students, that is basic, fundamental and tricks for balancing the different chemical equations. So let us start. Thought for the session is patience, persistence and perspiration, an unbeatable combination for success. So if you are continuing your studies with patience, persistence and perspiration, so success will be yours. Okay, so learning outcome from this session is you will be able to balance the chemical equations by using this fundamental, and the basic technique used is hit and try method. So let us see the first reaction. In this first reaction, see here, this is the aluminium sulfate plus sodium hydroxide. Basically, you should know that how aluminium sulfate is formed. Aluminium valency is 3, sulfate valency is 2, cross multiply A2SO4 thrice. Similarly, NaOH also same, sodium valency is 1, sulfate valency is 2, cross multiply Na2SO4. So, basically, how the formula is formed, you should always focus whenever you are writing any equation. Okay, so now what we have to do is first you have to balance aluminium. Aluminium left hand side, 2 aluminium are there. Right hand side, there is 1. So, you can multiply by 2 on sodium metaluminate, and then we can balance sulfate. So student used to do first sulfur they will do, then oxygen they will do. I am giving you the method, you do sulfate directly, because different techniques are there, different methods are there by different teachers being used. It is upon you that which method is you feel convenient. I feel that simply sulfate I will balance, the time will be same. So sulfate, how many are there? 3 in the left hand side. Right hand side, how many sulfate? 1. So we can multiply by 3 in Na2SO4. Now what we have to do is, we have to multiply, we have to balance sodium. So right hand side check, 3, 6, 6 plus 2, 8, and here 1. So we can multiply by 8, so it will be the equation. Now last, oxygen and hydrogen normally we are doing at the last. So if you calculate here, 12 plus 8, 20. So here you will calculate 12 plus 4, 16, and here if we have multiplied by 4, so it would be 20, 20 oxygen both sides. So now we can see that this is the balanced chemical equation we are able to get from this particular equation. Okay, so this is double displacement type equation, and further byproduct is also there, water is there. So let us do the second question, and what I feel that what you should do is, now you understood the topic, what you have to do is again you try yourself, try the same manner, then automatically you will be familiar with that how we have to do. So this type of reaction, please remember that some logic is there in each and every reaction. If HNO3 concentrated we are using, it will give us NO2. So the basic logic we need to remember is, if nitric acid is dilute, NO is formed, and if it is concentrated, NO2 is formed. You will come to know more about when the reaction will come in the regular chapter course study. Okay, this reaction is basically 10th class also it is there. So it is very pertinent to note that you should do it now. So you will be more competent to handle any type of reactions of this sort. Okay, so now this is concentrated nitric acid. If we not written, we can write also, no problem. Okay, this is concentrated. So please remember that if P is there, P, and you can multiply phosphorus valence is 5, you can multiply 5 and do. So this is my point, that this way you can balance the equation in a very good manner. So just simply, you just ignore this. Here what I want to say is 5 into 4, 20 will come if P4 is there. Normally if P is given, 5 only sufficient. So basic technique is, what is the valency of 5? Phosphorus valency is 5. So 5 multiply you do. Okay. So now what you have to do is 5 nitrogen you have to balance. So 5 nitrogen we have balanced here. Similarly then we will balance oxygen and hydrogen at the last. You will get automatically we are getting the balance equation. So means to say, this type of equation what we have to see is, we have to see the valency of phosphorus, it is 5 multiplied by 5 HNO3, and reaction is balanced. Okay, now the question number 3, reaction number 3, that reaction is pertaining to H3PO4 NaOH. Please remember how H3PO4 is formed. Phosphate valency is 3, hydrogen valency is 1, cross multiply H3PO4. So therefore similarly sodium phosphate also. What you will do, what errors will come is, you would be writing the wrong formula of Na3PO4. That is the problem. So you have to see the molecular formula first, then you have to balance the equation if you want strong fundamentals. Okay, what is the logic involved here is, the acid plus base give rise to salt and water. Acid plus base, this is a neutralization type of reaction. Now what we have to do, we can check phosphate directly. How many phosphate? Left hand side 1 and right hand side 1. So phosphate is already balanced. So now we can go with sodium. So sodium, how many? 1 here, 3 here, so you can multiply by 3. So this way you can balance. Now sodium is balanced, phosphate is balanced. Now you check oxygen and hydrogen. Once we are checking oxygen and hydrogen, we can multiply as per the required quantities, 3 water. Now the reaction is balanced. So I would like to repeat again that what you have to do is, now you understood the concept, you should do it yourself again. So then this concept will be more strong for you. Okay. Now next question is, let us say this is question screen, sulfur plus HNO3. As I have told you in the previous question, whenever HNO3 concentrated reaction is coming, NO2 is coming. What is the valency of sulfur? 6. So 6 multiply, balance the equation. See, this is the way how to do the equation. So multiply by 6 and that's all. If SA8 is there, you have to multiply by 48. So okay, so no need to worry for that. So now you just see sulfur plus 6 HNO3 give rise to, then balancing nitrogen, you balance 6 nitrogen in the left hand side, multiply by 6 NO2. So that's balanced now. Okay, so oxygen hydrogen you can balance at the last. So you will get the balanced chemical equation here in this case. And ultimately we should write that HNO3 is concentrated. This is a reactions for 10th class, very important reactions. Okay. Now next is reaction number 5. And that is regarding with AgNO3, silver nitrate. So normally student, what they will do, they will write the valency of silver as 2. No, please do remember that silver valency most common state is +1. Please do remember. What is the basic here? This is a decomposition reaction, and you know that silver, gold, platinum, they are least reactive, and it is in the below the reactivity series at the bottom. So it means they are not likely to form bond between nitrogen dioxide or oxygen. Therefore, the metal silver we are getting only simply on heating or light or electricity. This way decomposition will be fast. And you should be aware of the reactivity series also. Silver, gold is present at the end of the series, that is least reactive. So similarly, what you have to do is, you have to balance first silver. Silver is already balanced. Then we check for nitrogen. Nitrogen is also okay. Then we can try for oxygen. Left hand side you see that 3 oxygen atoms are there, and right hand side there are 4. So we have to make 3. How? So you can do 1 by 2 O2. So if you do 1 by 2 O2, it is balanced. But we are not writing normally 1 by 2. What we are writing? We are writing whole numbers, not fractions. So what we have to do? What is the denominator? 2. So multiply by 2, full equation. So this equation you will get the balance equation. So I want to say, in the book maybe they have followed the different method. I am telling you the different method. It is upon you that which method you want to do. That is yours, because different students are having different mind setup. So according to your mind setup, what you feel convenient, you can go ahead. Okay. So next is, this is the balanced chemical equation, heating or electricity or light. Okay, now balanced chemical equation for 6th, this is copper HNO3 dilute. Now see, dilute is there, then it is NO. This is a very actually a typical reaction. Very means, if you see, try to balance the equation, full page will be filled, and then also you will find it difficult. Let us see how. So as I told you already, if dilute is there, NO will be found, as rightly told that NO is there. Okay, now what you have to do is, copper you also have to balance. Okay, now you can check nitrogen. Nitrogen left hand side 1 is there, right hand side 2 plus 1 3 is there. So you can multiply by 3 HNO3, but 3, then the problem will come with the oxygen. So oxygen not going to balance. So then what you have to do is, then we are hydrogen. If oxygen we are trying, then hydrogen is not getting balanced. So there is a problem. So what you can do is, now we can multiply 4 with water, means we are just trying to do the balancing of oxygen and hydrogen. That is creating the problem in another metals. Okay. So now ultimately what we are following here is, we are trying differently. 3 HNO3, then we are trying to do, no, not possible. Next, this is known as hit and try. Now we are going with, still oxygen is the problem, creating problem. So what we have to do is, we can check with the 6 HNO3. So now, because we cannot do the odd numbers, we have to do with the even number, then only 6 oxygen would be there and further reaction will take place. So here, then again no problem. Then 8 we are trying, then again 8 HNO3 also is not coming. So now means, what we want to say, this is the method, hit and try. Hit and try means we are trying, okay, this is not there, then this, if not there, this. So this is the method. Basically, what you have to do for this type of reaction, you should be competent enough to see this reaction and tell this is that reaction. Okay, how? So this HNO3, you can remember, these are only 5 or 6 reactions throughout the 9th class or throughout the 10th class, which is a headache. So these headaches we can remember also. So you remember only the word 3,8, then your problem is solved. If you remember 3,8 for dilute HNO3 with copper, your purpose is solved. And so this is the 10th class very important reaction. So what you have to remember is, copper HNO3 dilute 3,8 and copper HNO3 concentrated 1,4. That is the only thing we have to do, balance this. All this whatever we have done, that is not required. The reaction can be balanced within few seconds. Okay, now balancing the reaction number 7. So this is the 7th reaction. So this is very simple. First we can check calcium. We can multiply 3 calcium on the left hand side, and then we can manage nitrogen. Nitrogen is already balanced. So this balanced chemical equation. This is a combination type of reaction. Okay, so next is reaction number 8. That is again a displacement type of reaction, and moreover always we have to think that which type it is, calcination or roasting. It's roasting reaction. Okay, so link that what we studied previously and here. So lead is already balanced, sulfur is balanced. Now we are trying to do oxygen balancing. Left hand side 2 are there and right hand side 3 are there. We have to make it 3. How we can multiply? And the right hand side is 3, 2 and 3, and there 2 is there. So we need to balance. So how? So we can multiply that 2 and then trying to balance. Then again PB is changed, and then we are changing again PB, and then again sulfur we are setting, and then ultimately we are getting the correct balanced chemical equation as 2 PbS plus 3 O2 give rise to 2 PbO plus 2 SO2. Okay, so this is the balanced chemical equation. So this is also a roasting type of reaction. Okay, fine. So now next thing is this again. So by seeing the reaction only, you should be able to know that which type. Yes, it is a type of acid base, salt and water neutralization. So it's, I think you will be able to know. First I have balanced sodium, and then we have balanced sulfate directly. Sulfate directly. We need not balance oxygen, sulfur, hydrogen. Not like sulfate directly we can balance. That's very nice. And similarly we can do that now. The balanced chemical equation will get here very fastly. That's not a problem. Only thing where is the problem is we have to know the formulas. Because in the when exam will be there, the question will not come like this. You balance this equation. The question will come like that. What write the products formed and balance the chemical equation when sodium hydroxide treated with sulfuric acid. This way. So you will not be getting the products. So in that sense, you should be doing the balanced chemical equation in this sense that you should be aware of that. What will be formed. What will be formed? If you know the basic, then only you can tell the answer. So now this is 10th chemical equation, and this is again same method. Which method? Neutralization. Acid plus base give rise to salt and water. Nitrate valency is 1, sodium valency is 1, so we know that NaNO3 will be formed. We should not write Na2NO3, NaNO3 twice. This is wrong. Okay, so now the same method. First sodium we have balanced, it's already done. Nitrate we can check, it's already done, and then finally we can get that. Okay, so similarly next is regarding to this is also same. Which type? Base plus acid gives salt and water. The same thing here also. What you have to do is very important point I am going to tell you is here simply do ammonium check. Ammonium NH4 how many? 1. Right hand side how many? 2. So multiply by 2. That's all. Instead of going with minute nitrogen, hydrogen and all that, you can check ammonium directly. Because again I will tell you, this is not a hard and fast key. This way we have to use. We have to make box. We have to write the nitrogen, sulfur, ammonium, hydrogen like. Not required. You have to see that final equation whatever you are writing is right or wrong. This is the main point. How you are coming into that picture, that nobody matters. And matter is whatever the red line here written is the balanced chemical equation, that is the matter. Okay. Next is balanced chemical equation 12. So this type of reaction I would like to tell you is this is also a double displacement type of reaction. Basically this is a displacement. Sulfate is displacing OH. Okay. Now here the basic thing is always you need to remember is this is also type of acid plus base salt and water. Why? Because FeOH twice is a metal hydroxide. You should remember that metal oxide and metal hydroxides are base in nature. Always remember metal oxide and metal hydroxides are basic in nature. Again sulfate I have balanced directly, and then further oxygen, then hydrogen. So this way we can balance the chemical equation. It's easy to balance, not much difficult. Okay. So normally question paper easy only reactions being asked, not much typical. So but we should practice all so that it will be beneficial in the long run. So similarly this is also same. Base plus acid give rise to salt and water. So same manner you can balance OH, you can balance nitrate, and you can balance oxygen, you can balance H, and the equation you will get. Next is regarding to question equation number 14. So this is the reaction. This is also one basic reaction. What is the basic involved is Na-ammonium salt when treated with a base or alkali releases ammonia gas. Okay, and salt and water. So this is the basic we need to remember. once you are remembering the basic, the products will never be wrong. Okay, so now products is given. If products is not given, how to solve? This way you have to solve the balance equation. Okay, so this is a metal ammonium salt reacted with a base or alkali give rise to salt, water and ammonia. So first then calcium we checked, then chlorine we checked, then nitrogen, ammonium we have checked, and ultimately we got the balanced chemical equation. Oxygen, hydrogen, always we are doing at the last. Okay, next is the 15th reaction, K2Cr2O7 plus HCl. Now you have to balance K, you have to balance chromium. Okay, so this is a typical type of reaction where number of products are more, like 4, 5, 3. So there are typical types. There's a little bit difficulty level would be there. Okay, not much but little bit. And all the reactions are not coming like that. Only if 10 reactions are coming, one reaction only of this sort will be asked. General all types will be covered. Okay, and this way chlorine we are balancing, and ultimately oxygen and hydrogen at the last. Okay, and if after changing oxygen and hydrogen, chlorine is getting changed, we have to do that. Okay, so please see that in this reaction, for example, chlorine, this is the last. So whatever this is, it is not joining with K or chromium. That part we should do first, which is affecting the full reaction. Like K is affecting the full reaction, chromium is affecting the full reaction. So K, chromium we have done first, because chlorine I can multiply here and change. So that's why that is not a matter. We have to focus on K, Cr, Cl then first, and oxygen. Okay. And now the next is 16th chemical reaction, and this chemical equation is FeS2O2. So same roasting type of reaction. I think this is quite easy. We can do it very nicely. And first iron we have done, metal, non-metal, oxygen, hydrogen. This is the way to do that. Okay. And next is 17th reaction. This again, this is a precipitation type of reaction where we are adding alkali and precipitation takes place. FuH5 are precipitates. Okay, and please remember that calcium hydroxide, ferrous hydroxide, ferric hydroxide, copper hydroxide, zinc hydroxide, lead hydroxide, these are all precipitates. If we are balancing chlorine atom, right hand side chlorine is 1, left hand side 3, you can multiply by 3, OH you can balance directly. See this type of reaction, you need not to balance oxygen, balance hydrogen, no, not required. You simply balance OH directly. Right hand side OH 3, left hand side only 1, so multiply by 3, that's all. So it would be more easy to do the balance equation if you take the polyatomic ion. Okay, instead of nitrogen, you take ammonium. Instead of S sulfur oxygen, you take sulfate, hydroxide, carbonate. Like that we can do. Copper sulfate would be the same type of reaction, precipitation. Earlier also I explained you. And the same manner we can check ammonium. Right hand side 2 ammonium there, left hand side 1. You can multiply by 2. So this way. So this is way we can do that. So it would be highly beneficial. Ammonium also we checked like that, and balanced chemical equation we will get it. And the 19th equation here it is in regard to this is also very good reaction, very fundamental reaction, and very important also. Okay, here what is this? Normally we have understood that metal acid will release hydrogen. Similarly, metal base also will release hydrogen. Let us see how. So here what is we have to do is metal plus base right to metal salt and hydrogen gas. Okay, and first we are doing aluminium balancing. Aluminium is already balanced, sodium is already balanced. What about oxygen? Oxygen we have to balance now. So we can check that left hand side oxygen are 2, right hand side 2. Oxygen is also balanced. Hydrogen we can check left hand side 3 and right hand side 2. So we have to make 3. How we can half we can multiply. Then oxygen is again changed. So all these things are coming into play. Then we multiply by 2 and then again check, and then again this is only hit and try. So what I will say, because as I told you it's very important reaction, what you have to do is 2 and last 3. This is the method to do this balancing of chemical reaction. Very easy method I told you. 2 3. Okay, so this is sometimes we have to tricks, mind, everything is combination we have to use to timely do that. Otherwise what will happen, normally we spend more time and lose our confidence to do the further question. That should not happen. This is the type of typical reaction, means drift of reaction, but it is easy. You see now how it is. This is the last reaction if you see, and Ki first we have to balance K, then I, then Mn. Okay, and hopefully sulfate. So you can try yourself also, everything equation is given. So this is the balanced chemical equation, KiMnO2 H2SO4. Okay, so what we have understood is basically you can read this. I have discussed already each and everything here. So these are the small points we need to keep in mind. Okay, read that. Very good. Okay, so thank you very much for your patient hearing. Thank you.